Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. The next video we're going to do is he lost his manhood in the riot. My homie, Banky Pound, as y'all know. Banky Pound. Banky special, y'all. Banky.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality. You know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate
the love. We appreciate the support on our channel.
I appreciate the support, baby. Big love, man. Big love, everybody out there who support the movement. Woo. We out here pushing P 24/7, 365. We pushing P, positive energy. Big love to everybody who support this movement. Let's go. Let's get it, man. Let's get these subs up. Let's get them up. Let's get them up. That's the only way we're going to get noticed. That's the only way this content is going to get recognized. Sub. Tell a friend. Tell everybody you know. Share it on your social media. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get this message out there. Let's let these youngins know what's going on in prison and let them know why they really do not want to be there. Oh, man, salute. TBP Nation, stand up. Boom. Man. I was watching the movies yesterday, and it made me think about this scenario right here that I witnessed. It was one of the crazy ones, so buckle your seatbelts for this one. The riot, man. Let me tell you something about a riot in prison. When they have a riot in prison, man, all bets is off. All bets is off. You are on your own. You are by yourself. There will be no help forthcoming. No one's going to save you. The police are not going to come and save you. They can't. They're scared themselves. It's out of control. And anything goes, man. So when a riot takes place in prison, man, you got to grab your weapons. You got to be on your P's and Q's, and you got to be ready for whatever comes. Because, during this time, if you got beef with somebody, this is the time to pop it off. If you really want to get out, or you just jawbone it, because they might really want to get at you, or they may not be jawbone it. A lot of things go on, man, because like I say, there's no supervision. The people in the booth abandon the booth. If you stuck in your cell, which a lot of people was, you on your own, and during this riot that I'm talking about in particular, they set the whole block on fire, right? So you got smoke everywhere, and it's filling up more and more. This was on Greensville. We had the pool tables. We had the foosball table. We got all of this wood and stuff in there, and dudes set that on fire. They set the big trash cans on fire with all the trash in it. Dudes took their stuffing out of their mattress and stuffed it in the booth and was setting the booth on fire. So you got to think it's smoke everywhere, and it's filling up more and more and more. Before the end of it, you couldn't even really see like 5 feet in front of you. That's how much smoke it was. Dudes had masks tied around their face, wet shirts tied around their face to breathe, right? While other dudes was working to break the door down to get out, so we could get out of the building to get on the yard just to breathe. Dudes was stuck in their cells. Dudes was panicking. Other dudes was going, jerking their door open, trying to break their door open so they can get out. So just imagine the dudes that stuck in their cell. You had dudes in the park panicking, screaming, yelling. You had dudes praying. It was just total chaos, right? But I can remember during this time, it was a dude in the park. I ain't gonna call his name. He's a predator. He always been a predator, but predator is different than what y'all think in prison. It's not like the old days, the old movies, dudes run up to you and, grab you, or you drop the soap in the sour and all this. These dudes use finesse, right? They try to befriend you. They try to be cool with you. They try to offer some form of protection, like if you cool with them, ain't nobody gonna mess with you. But a lot of times, not all the time, a lot of times, them dudes got angles. You know what I'm saying? They got angles. They trying to, put you in a submissive position where it's you need them, and then they gonna, crack for some foolery. You know what I'm saying? They gonna crack on you, man, on some other stuff. So everybody kind of like knew this dude. That's what he was about, right? So you had this white dude in there. They used to hang out with him all the time. He used to have him out there trying to work out with him, walk the yard with him, go eat with him. And the white dude slept in the cell with an older white dude. The older white dude was just like, this white boy was young. Older white dude, he like late 60s or something. He ain't busting a grape. He ain't making no noise. He ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't really got no protection in the cell. You can look at him and tell he ain't built like that. He's scared to death. He ain't got nothing about under 5 years. But dude done cut into him. Everybody else can really see the play, but he can't really see it. If he do see it.
My father forced me to get an abortion. But moments before the procedure, a lawyer...
He all right with it because of the simple fact that ain't nobody taxing him. Ain't nobody trying to extort him. Ain't nobody beating him up because they see he be with an old boy, right? So, obviously he hadn't made the move yet, or, make his intentions known yet. Or if he did, it won't nothing jumping off. But when this riot jumped off, mind you, I told you it was starting to fill up with smoke in there. It was chaos in there. Dudes running around, breaking sticks, making weapons, breaking the legs off of the tables and stuff, getting weapons because you don't know what's going on. When these dudes break this door, it could be dudes trying to come up in here to get you from other blocks because they know ain't no police on the compound. The police have abandoned the compound. They gone. They're in the administration building. They
didn't left. So the basically what he's saying is all the COs then abandoned the building. They at the administration building, and basically at this point, all the inmates have taken over the prison.
Been called out of all buildings because these buildings has been taken over. Everybody going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So they not gonna stay there. So you got to think there's no supervision whatsoever. You on your own. So dudes is starting to put these wet jumps around their face so you can't see them because they still had cameras in there. But these dudes got these masks on like this and hats and scully pulled down. This is all you seeing is these eyeballs right here. So you can't really pinpoint nobody unless they back that camera up and see where that person can, they would have to do a lot of intricate stuff out of my knowledge, you know what I'm saying? But old boy took and put his mask on, right? And he go down to old boy's cell, which is locked, the white boy and the old guy. So he get dude to help him to get the door open because the old man is in there too. So you get the door, you break it. Once you break the lock, it just opens up. It be like, tick. You can just pull it open and pull it closed, right? So when he pull it open, the little white boy think he coming in there to try to get him out, right? He tell the dude, come on out, old timer, get out here, man, get out here. Put something on your face, go down there to the door, right? The dude that helped him pull the door, he peel out. So now he telling the white boy, man, get all your stuff, man, get your stuff. The white boy that he trying to finesse. So when the white boy go back in the cell to try to get all his stuff, he steps in the cell, and pull the door closed. Yeah, you know what time it is. Pull the door closed.
Oh, man. He didn't went in the cell and pulled the door closed, trying to make it sound like, go grab your stuff. And dude that he think is his friend steps in the cell and close the door. Oh, you already know where this going. Let's continue.
That's probably what he told him. No pun intended. Probably what he told him. Yeah, you know what time it is. But anyway, he up in there with him now. You know what I'm saying? And it's smoke in there and it's filling up and it's filling up. You can barely see it unless you get close to some. So boom. Next thing you know, evidently he in there trying to, he trying to do something strange to the boy. And you can hear the boy hollering, nah, man, why you doing this? I thought we was cool. He telling him, yeah, we is. You know what I'm saying? But you knew what it was. No, I didn't. I ain't about that. Yeah, that's what we gonna do, man. Come on. Nah. And only reason dudes really knew that because somebody else heard it and they started coming in telling people, man, such over there in the cell, dude, trying to, trying to do something to him. Like, man, get out of here. So dudes, but this in the midst of chaos. This one you gotta be thinking about yourself. Everybody is moving around trying to get up out of here because you really in jeopardy of losing your life from what is it called? Smoke, ingestion, smoke, ventilation. You choking up in this joint. You know what I'm saying? With no relief in sight. If these dudes don't get the door, man, it might be a whole lot of casualties up in here. And you got other dudes trying to break other dudes' doors open that's still locked in as well, trying to get them out. I remember they had a bedridden dude in there. He weighed about 400. I don't even know what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I'm trying to get out too. But I'm scrapped. Yeah, Bethlehem down. Got me, my little personal things, belongings. I'm trying to get up out here too. But everybody is paying attention and they're like, oh man, and you got some dudes say, oh man, oh freak, nasty, and then you got some dudes that was even contemplating getting at him because you could hear the dude in there screaming, nah, man, no, why you doing this? And that's when I told y'all one of the videos before, and the dude told me, say he was doing it, and he said he heard him ask the dude, man, why you doing this to me? Why you doing this to me? And he told him this, and this is a lesson for all of you youngins that's out here on the street. He told him, he said he heard him, told him, you knew this was going to happen to you if you came to prison. Why you come to prison?
Oh, he told him, you knew this was going to happen to you if you came to prison. Why did you come to prison? Basically, he trying to say, like, if he victimized somebody, like if he, took something from somebody or was hanging around the wrong crowd, oh, this is your payback or something. Man. You ain't the judge, you ain't God, but again, prison is crazy. Let's get back to it.
You knew this was going to happen to you when you came to prison.
Does your internet bill keep getting higher? That's because typical internet deals are...
And he in there, taking that man's manhood, doing a riot with nobody's going to save him. Only person that can save him is somebody that's willing to intervene and risk their life for his life. That's the only way he going to get saved. And ain't nobody willing to do that, especially while their life is actually on the line as well. So he had to take that. You know what I'm saying? He had to take that, man. And dudes said they can hear him screaming and they can hear him hollering. I really wasn't paying attention. I'm focused on everything around me. I can vaguely hear this, but it's other people screaming and yelling too. So I can vaguely, lock in and know what's going on. But at the same time, I'm watching these Bammers move around me. I'm watching these Bammers, how they move and how they, clutching and touching. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I don't feel like I got enemies in there, but at the same time, I always feel like I got enemies in prison all the time. You know what I'm saying? With all the confrontations and physical fights I've been in, and I don't know who really don't like me or just, act like they like me because they don't really want no smoke with me. I don't know that. You never know that. You understand me? You never know that dudes act like they're your friend. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know until the tables turn. Friends is like 4 quarters, man. They like 4 quarters. Fake friends is like 4 quarters. They'll change on you for $1. Let that sink in. Fake friends is like 4 quarters. They'll change on you for $1. You know, so I don't know. Now, it could be dudes in there plotting to be like, yeah, man, I ain't never liked the joke, man, anyway. Man, what's up, man? Let's get it. This stuff is going on during the riot. You know what I'm saying? Because they feeling like, during a riot, everybody's feeling like there's going to be no accountability. You ain't going to get in trouble. They don't know who you are. Your face covered up. It's smoke everywhere. Ain't no police on the scene. Dudes will forget about the camera. They'll just think, well, the camera can't even see because there's too much smoke. Yeah. So you got to be on point and ready. And I was. So I really won't, you know what I'm saying, thinking about this Bama over here doing some predatory stuff. But dudes is talking about it because it's like, man, we trying to get up over here, man. This dude over here trying to, you know what I'm saying, take the boy off, man. Crazy, man. I told you, man, that dude's a freak, Bama. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then dudes saying, man, he probably locked up. He been locked up a long time. He probably locked up for, you know, RAPE. He probably locked up for it. So, you don't know. But we knew he was up in there. We knew he done got that door open and went up in there. We knew we heard that boy screaming up in there. And he telling them to shut up. And ain't nobody coming to get him. You know, dudes is fighting. Dudes that ran down the other dude's cells and put the beat down on them. Load their commissary up, taking their commissary, bagging it up, taking it to their cell, putting it in their cell. Where you going? You can't go nowhere with it. You know what I'm saying? And it was just mad chaos, man. Dudes was getting at dudes that they wanted to get at. Dudes was pulling up on dudes. I seen a couple dudes get open hands smacked. Yeah, I mean, what's up now? What's up? What you want to do? You been talking? Bah! No, I ain't with. Yeah, no, you been talking. You know, and all of that was going on. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to have my eyes everywhere, back against the wall, see everything, address anything coming towards me. Look at their eyes, read their body language, see how they coming, making sure what their intentions are before they get close enough to me. Because if I don't know what your intentions are and you get close enough to me doing these type of situations, it's going to be some trouble. Yeah, I might be wrong, but I'd rather be wrong than to be dead. You understand me? Or leaking or fighting for my life. Nah, stay away from me. You know what I'm saying? I got to the yard. When they get that door open, I got up out there, got to the yard. I'm looking for my brother. I'm looking for Dixon. That's the only thing on my mind, surviving and finding Dixon. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. I know we out there, we moving around. When I do link with Dixon, we moving around and everything. You know, we on point. We trying to see, you know, yeah, he probably got enemies. I got enemies. We trying to see what's going on, making sure we good. As long as we good, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, I can remember seeing the dude that went in there on the white boy. I seen him on the yard. So he must have finished doing what he was doing and got up out there himself. I did not see the white boy. I don't know if he stayed in. I don't know if he got out, tried to go over to the administration or not. I don't know. I do know when we looked over towards the administration building, they had 3, 4, 5 white dudes, a couple of black dudes laying out there in front of the administration building on the grass, you know, trying to get some help, bleeding. All of them bleeding. All of them beat up, stabbed up, bruised up, whatever the case may be. And they ain't trying to go to the yard. They ain't staying on the boulevard. It's crazy on the boulevard. Dudes is getting to the yard, and everybody's trying to get in one section because the people talking about they calling the National Guards. And then the attack team tried to come out. They ran them back in. If y'all go watch the riot video. So you got dudes laying over here on the grass. He could have been one of them. As far as I knew, I didn't get up close to try to look and see who they was. I know it was dudes laid over there on that grass trying to get to the administration. Administration wasn't even coming out to attend to them. No nurses is coming out there. No sergeants, captains, lieutenants, majors, wardens, COs is going to come out there and grab them dudes and get them to medical. They got to lay down there in pain and misery until this situation is under control. These guys could have been losing their life. These precious moments could have been life taken off of their life. Some of them could have been saved if they was close to death. All of this is going on, man. And this is a lesson to let you know. what your life value is in prison. And the value is 0 minus 0 minus 0. That's what your life value is in prison. The only value on your...
Well, look at it. You know, old dude, Banky's letting you know. Look at old dude. He didn't have nobody to come and save him. That man went into his cell and did what he did and left him. Like Banky is telling you, stay out of prison. Go get a job. Start your own business. Work your way up in your job to make more money. Shoot, have a couple to a few jobs. Have a job that pay you every week. Have a job that pay you every 2 weeks. So then you could be making money similar to being out here in these streets. A job that pays every week is pretty similar. I can tell you from experience from working jobs that pay every week. Yeah, you still gonna have taxes coming out. But again, just have more jobs. So because they can't go and say, well, since you got another job, we're gonna take more taxes from another job, or since you keep getting more jobs. No, that's not how it works. You know, each job you pay taxes. You know, and just because you go get another job, it doesn't mean something like, oh, well, since you got this job now too, well, we can take more taxes out of this job that you were working too. No. Each job has its own set of taxes, and you get your taxes taken out for each job. So you still gonna go home with money from every job. So just something to throw out there, because you don't want to end up like what happened to old dude. And like he's telling you, there's nobody that will come to save you during a riot. Let's get back into it.
Life in prison is that what you put on it. If you feel like it's priceless and you're willing to go all out, meaning to take life or have your life taken in whatever you believe in, that's the value that's on your life. If you feel like, I ain't gonna do this because I ain't trying to get no more time, or I'll just go ahead and submit to this because I can't beat them, I don't want to get stabbed up, that's the value on your life. It's the value that you put on it. They don't care. They're going to do what they do anyway. The predators going to do what they do anyway. The bullies going to do what they do anyway. The gangsters going to do what they do anyway. The gorillas going to do what they do anyway. That's what's going on in prison, man. That's what's going on. You know, so during this riot, that was the main thing. But I remember that white.
Were you recently injured in a car accident? If so, you need to stop now and immediately call an expert.
You know what I'm saying? And whether or not the dude ever got charged, who's to say? If he did, it took a long time, because what is he gonna do? The white boy go over there and tell it. You think that they're gonna be worried about that when they got their whole prison burning down? When they got all these convicts running around with knives and sticks and what you call them, boulders, and man, they not worrying about none of that. They don't care nothing about you, your complaints, no, nothing. We ended up staying on lock for almost a year after the situation. So you think they was addressing issues or your complaints? Even some as serious as they got, you know what I'm saying, somebody took their manhood doing it right. That is not their main focus. Their main focus is them officers to make sure they safe, to make sure they protect that property. You know, that investment in that property. They put the money in that property, and it was millions of dollars worth of damage. That's their concern. Not feeding us on time, feeding us properly, getting us our mail, visitation, phone calls, showers. None of that made them any difference. So it ain't no telling what, happened with the boy and the rest of them that was laying over there in medical, or laying over there on the grass waiting to get to medical. It ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? And When you in the middle of all that, that ain't even your concern. That ain't even nothing that even crossed my mind, to be honest with you. As soon as it was over, or as soon as dudes came and told me what was going on, and I gave probably 1 minute of thought to it. And in my mind, I'm probably like, oh, freak, nasty. That was it. Other than that, I'm back focused. What's going on around me? You know what I'm saying? And that's not being heartless. That's just being realistic. I got to worry about my life. I can't worry about his. You know what I'm saying? I knew all the time that this dude was a freak mama and he was trying to lure him in. He was the one that was getting lured. It wasn't nothing that I could do. I couldn't even pull his coat or nothing. That's all violation. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got nothing to do with that. But these are the things that will transpire in prison, especially when you green, especially when you scared, and especially when you don't know what's going on. You know, so, and you're not willing to defend yourself at any cost, even at the cost of losing your life. That is the price that you have to pay when you're in prison. You have to be willing to lose your life, to stand up for what you have and what you will not submit to. You have to. It may happen, it may not, but that's what the stance that you got to take. Without a gun. Yeah, without a gun. And when it's really, really thick like that and it's really, really going down, probably without any aid, any friends, or your so-called friends. Like I say, fake friends, 4 quarters, change on you for $1. Change on you when that drummer come. Change on you when that Bethlehem get pulled out. Change on you when it's life or death. Yeah. They ain't solid like $1 no more. 4 quarters. But anyway, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Talk to me. I talk back. Please, young kings, young queens, because it's going down in the female prisons too. Be mindful, man, that you own these streets. Be mindful that you have your freedom. Be mindful that you have your liberation. Be mindful that times is hard, but they will get better. But they can't get better if you ain't out here in your free world. You understand? With opportunities and choices. You know, don't submit your life to this type of life right here of misery. You know? Pay attention, man. Y'all share these videos, put them everywhere. Make sure somebody you know that need to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Even if you had to, boom, send it to their phone. Salute, man. We out here. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. Duck them hooks, man. And duck that penitentiary. You will not regret it. Boom.
Banky Pound. Banky special, y'all.
Pure delicious.
Banky.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm going to have something because I'm rich in personality. You know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
And so,
Yeah, man. That is a messed up story. For people who don't know what, manhood is basically a man, basically assaulting another man intimately, things that you would do with a woman. For people who don't know what that is. But yeah, man, that was crazy. He done put a mask on and went into that man's cell and intimately assaulted him. And the dude said, "Why do you have to do this to me?" And he told him, "Then you should have never came to prison if you didn't want somebody like me to do this to you." That's cold-blooded, man. Stay out of prison. Try to do everything you can to avoid it. Go get a job. Start your own business. Grow within your company that you work for. Something. Yeah, because like Banky said, those little push-button machines you use out here on these streets, those aren't in there. You got to use your hands or have one of those sword of justices, because that's the only way. Drop a comment. Tell me what you think. I would love to hear your thoughts. But yeah, that was crazy for that dude to go into that dude's cell while he was thinking that, oh, he my friend, he here to help me. Because that's what the dude thought. Because they rocked with each other and he helped them, obviously, as Banky said before. And the dude turned his back to grab his stuff. And the dude closed the door of the cell and pushed himself up on him. That's crazy. Drop a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts. I'll have the link back to Banky's video in the description. As always, at the top of the pinned comment. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.